Greetings, and welcome to the weekly edition of the Safe Crypto Show. I am your host, Tyler Jordan, with co-hosts Mike and Jason. Each episode attempts to cover a range of topics, beginning with a global market cap review and a look at the past week's movers and shakers. Next, a discussion of general crypto news and happenings. Then we consider new and interesting projects and ICOs, all followed by a brief discussion of the weekly tech update by MAIDSAFE. Let's get started with the show. Safe Crypto Show disclaimer. Please keep in mind at all times that we, the hosts and guests of the Safe Crypto Show, are not offering or giving investment advice. We only state our personal opinions and thoughts on our own interests. By watching, you agree to not hold us responsible for any losses you may incur by executing trades or by maintaining holds based upon the subjects discussed in our episodes. It's Friday, the 6th of April, 2018. Today I'm joined by my co-host Mike. So let's begin. Welcome, Mike. Thanks for joining the show today.
Glad to be here once again.
So let's start the show as usual, looking at the coins here, the market cap. So we've got a market cap about the same as last week. Bitcoin dominance, I think about the same as last week. Let's pull up the 7-day chart here. Yeah, going across there, it looks like we started out at about 266 billion US dollars, and we are now at about 258 billion US dollars. We had a bit of a run up a couple days ago, and then it came right back down again, so we're officially going sideways still.
Yeah, we didn't have any real lows and stuff.
Yeah, that was
lowest,
good.
It looks like at about 243, and it
Yep.
seems to be maintaining the 250 to 270 range fairly good the past week. And if you go and look past the month, it still doesn't have anything really much lower than that 245, 250, range and stuff. So, who knows? We may be on the horizontal before it starts going back up, but we got to see it go back up before we can say it's going back up. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Obvious
Well, I
is back.
think it's good that we're kind of leveling off, and we're not. Go back looking at the month for the total market cap. I mean, we had it's been a pretty bad last 30 days, and but we've leveled off now the last week or so, and I'm hoping that's a good sign. Also, the less volatility it seems too this week. So
the Bitcoin dominance is at about 45%. And as I recall, that's about what it was before the big run-up when, the Bitcoin started sliding in its dominance. Looks like some of the money went to the other alt currencies, which could have been part of the reason why it went up so fast is when you don't have, $10,000 to go and put in, $10,000 goes a lot further in a lot of smaller cap cryptos and will adjust the price quite dramatically in those where the same amount into Bitcoin really doesn't, it's a splash and, drop in the ocean. So
yeah,
one of the things I keep an eye on is the Bitcoin dominance. And when I see it up as high as it's at, it kind of makes me wonder when are people going to, start investing in the alt currencies. They're all pretty economical compared to where they were during the run up around Christmas. So
yeah,
lots of
there's
bargains
a lot of bargains out there.
Yep, definitely so.
All right,
So,
let's move on and have a look at the BlockTivity here. So, surprisingly,
Ethereum isn't redlined. What's up with that?
I don't know. I refreshed the page a few times. I couldn't believe it. I scratched my head on that one.
About
See
the past three shows. Yep.
Average this week, 634,000, whereas the record is 1.3 million transactions. I think that's per day, absolute transaction per day record. So, yeah. So that's pretty interesting. I'm just guessing that there have been fewer ICOs this week.
Yeah, I've noticed that the number of cryptocurrencies, I thought it was up at about 1,600, but it's only showing 1,559 now on our coin market cap. So yeah. I don't know if I was mistaken or have we lost some?
I think we're losing some continuously now. There's quite a few that are dropping by the wayside. There's so many scams out there, and a few of them have been shut down now, and I think that's going to continue. We'll get into a new wave of ICOs eventually, but I think maybe the ICOs have slowed down a bit because the whole market has slowed down a bit. Money's
That's a possibility.
A bit tighter at the moment. People are looking a little more carefully now, which is good. But
I'll be interested to see if they're programming them on different platforms besides Ethereum, with Ethereum having the congestion issues that they had the past couple of weeks. Perhaps the focus will go on to other platforms like EOS or credits. Who knows? Be interesting to see.
Well, got a few months for them to come online. We'll see what happens, but all right, let's get into the news this week. We have a bit of a short news segment. We don't have a lot this week. We're just going to be a quick show. So, first news item, big tech are banning crypto and ICO ads. Is there a reason to panic? Now, this has been going on for, a couple months now, I think. Different rumors were spreading, and then eventually Facebook and Google and Twitter are all banning ICO ads. I'll just read the first paragraph here to give a bit of an explanation of what's going on. Major social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, have recently banned advertising for cryptocurrencies and initial coin offerings, whilst Google will introduce similar regulations in June 2018. Regulations. They talk regulations like they're governments unto themselves. Facebook came first, saying that such ads are related to, quote, deceptive promotional practices, end quote, and setting a precedent for other social media giants that have taken similar actions toward crypto and ICO-related advertising. The blanket bans have certainly done some damage to the market. Not only has it deprived industry players of certain promotional tools, but also has contributed to the stigmatization of cryptocurrencies as a whole. However, there's always a bright side. Some experts argue that the crackdown might actually lead to legitimization of the industry. Well, I personally think this is a good thing. Any of these big players who don't want to support crypto, don't want to be on the bandwagon, get off now. Goodbye. I won't have anything to do with you anyway. So, yep, fine with me. They don't want to be part of the next big thing. That's great. Get off the bandwagon, move on, go do something else, and die a slow death. So there are other players. Minds.com is getting into cryptocurrency now. They've got 1 million people on their social media system. I've got an account there. I haven't used it hardly at all yet, but I'm going to be looking at getting on a Minds.com, and they're supporters of crypto. And Telegram, obviously, is a big supporter of crypto. I'm not a fan of Telegram's ICO, but I think they've still got a decent platform. So there are alternatives, and I think the more these bigger tech companies that have been big in the traditional internet, the more they push, the harder they're going to get left behind. The faster they're going to get left behind, more people are just going to say goodbye. And
I pretty much am a broken record when I go and talk about, this is a new world-changing technology, and, I liken it to computers, the internet, and cell phones. And, I don't think
each one came along and pushed out the old tech in that sector. Yep. And that's just because these guys are software kind of platforms doesn't mean that they're not going to get pushed out too. Google's pretty big, and they're getting really diverse now. So that's probably going to save them. But Facebook, I don't see what's going to save them. Twitter, I don't see what's going to save them. Anyway.
Yeah.
Next article, along the lines of similar things we've talked about in the past in terms of adoption rate. This is an interesting statistic. 14% of Japan's young male workforce invest in cryptocurrencies, new study shows. A survey of male employees in Japan from ages 25 to 30 shows that 14% of the participants own cryptocurrency, according to data published April 3rd by Shin R25, an online magazine for young businessmen. 4,734 men nationwide participated in the questionnaire survey on virtual currency from January 2018 to March 2018. According to the survey, over a quarter of respondents that own crypto reported that it was their first investment experience. Of the young Japanese male employees that own crypto, 92% said they entered the crypto markets for investment, 37.4% for the time being because it is a trend, and 19.9% due to acquaintance and media recommended information. Anyway, there's more details here about things they've asked. Recommend people read that if they're interested. But I think this just demonstrates a pretty strong adoption trend. And that's good for crypto and good for the future. I'm always following this stuff because I'm keen to know how the markets are going to move in the future. And understanding adoption rates and that sort of thing is really important. And that's why I talk about it on the show a lot.
Yeah, for me, the thing I thought was interesting about this one was the 10.2% owned $9,360 or $1,000,000 yen or more. And,
yeah.
You know, when you have of investors, 10% own what would be considered, you know, typically a significant amount, that says a lot about the belief, because you don't invest that kind of money unless you actually have a strong belief in whatever it is you're investing in, whether it's a particular stock or it's a technology or a sector. So, you know, that basically says that the people who are doing the investing, you know, they've got quite a few people who are, you know, thinking that it's a very solid proposition, or else they wouldn't invest that kind of money. So
that's right. So our next bit of news, trading platform Monex offers to buy CoinCheck crypto exchange for billions of yen. Now, CoinCheck, I believe, is the one in Japan that was hacked, and they've fixed their problem, and they're settling that issue with their users. I think they've still got at least one lawsuit against them. So this is interesting that even though they've had all that trouble, there's still a big player interested in buying them out. I think what's interesting to me about this article isn't the specifics of it, but just the fact that bigger players are coming in and buying up exchanges. Circle bought Poloniex. Circle itself was formed as kind of a crypto company, but they had a lot of big money from a lot of big investors. And I just see this as proof that the old money, if you want, is really starting to recognize the future here, and they're buying into it now while they can, while it's still cheap. And getting into these exchanges, buying the technology and the expertise to run these exchanges, I think they're seeing the writing on the wall. They know that trading in the future is going to be blockchain-based, or at least crypto-related based, MAIDSAFE not being a blockchain-based system. So it could be that a lot of future things won't be blockchain-based specifically, but will be crypto-based and will be distributed instead of centralized. So I just found this interesting for that reason. Have a look at that if you want to know more. Our last bit of news today isn't news, it's just a bit of fun. April Fool's was this week. April Fool's Day is April 1st. And this is a bit of a rundown on some of the jokes that happened this week. So to start with the beginning one here, subreddit r Bitcoin, that's the Bitcoin subreddit, saw a fake post in 2015 about a return of all Bitcoin stolen from now defunct crypto exchange Mt. Gox by a former DEA agent seeking a plea deal. In 2017, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin wrote a prank blog post claiming that Ethereum would change from its proof of work algorithm to the proof of authority until 2018. This year, Buterin posted another April Fool's blog post announcing the launch of an Ethereum stablecoin called the World Trade Franc, or WTF. The WTF, which Buterin refers to as combining all benefits of capitalism and socialism with none of the downsides of either, is currently being marketed to, this is crossed out, sketchy Pacific Island nations or national governments. Below is a screenshot of WTF's people. So it's got Vitalik Buterin. Twitter's, which is below his name, says Twitter scamming veteran raised over 4,500 ETH from running a scam far more direct and honest than this one. And next we've got Barack Obama, and then the moose. So, yes, I'm going to invest in WTF tokens as soon as they're available. CoinMarketCap. Jesus Coin, described on Twitter as the currency of God's Son, tweeted today in another apparent Buterin-related prank about the new addition of Ethereum's co-founder to their management team. I have great news. Vitaly Buterin has joined us. Retweet. Get another 10,000 Jesus Coin in. Let's pass the moon and get straight to heaven.
Wow.
CoinMarketCap. Here's my favorite though for this year. CoinMarketCap, a popular cryptocurrency market cap ranking resource, added a Lambo currency reference for its listed assets, showing how many Lambos each currency is roughly worth. As Bitcoin is currently trading for around $6,561, one CoinMarketCap's Lambo is equal to exactly $200,000. So we've got Bitcoin here. You can see is on April 1st anyway, was 556,000 Lambos, the market cap. Ethereum, 180,000 Lambos. Ripple, 92,000 Lambos. Bitcoin Cash, 53.8 thousand Lambos. Well, there you go.
Wow.
And they were down on that day, so that's a lot of Lambos.
That's a lot of Lambos, yep. Have to make a lot of years worth of Lambos to go equal those prices, so I think they're doing okay.
Reddit user DrowSap5 has also gotten into the April Fool's spirit, posting on subreddit Buttcoin that Tether has finally released their long-awaited full audit with the following caveat. Just kidding, they wouldn't do that. Happy April Fool's Day. Oh dear. Yes, so there's some other ones. I'm not going to read all of them, but it's quite amusing. If you're interested, please check out that link in the show notes. Our last topic for this week is, of course, the MAIDSAFE development update. We've got some interesting news. So this week, MAIDSAFE is pleased to announce two new workers are joining them. So they've got David Geddes, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, who is taking up customer support manager role. That's in Ayr Scotland, in their main office. And Connor Wood has also joined the team as a remote Rust developer, Rust being the programming language they're coding in. The Indian office is also growing their team, with Ashwin Kumar filling the .NET developer vacancy, while Vijay will be joining as a JavaScript UI developer. Also this week, the front-end team is releasing a new patch version of the Safe Beaker browser, which upgrades the Electron package in order to solve some security vulnerability issues. It's now downloadable from GitHub. This week, the Crust team finally attempted to integrate the latest Crust changes, the dev development branch, into routing. The integration itself was smooth, and checks are passing. So, let's just have a look here, what's going on. More detail. What we got here? So let's start with a review of last month's digital stats. Alpha 2 invite tokens issued. I'm not going to go into details about this, but have a look at that if you're interested in some of the stats, of this kind of user stats and the reach of where they're going with their marketing. Websites. Thanks to all those who took the time to provide feedback for the development website. We have already incorporated your feedback into our design and created content in line with it. Development will continue over the next few days with your feedback front and center. We're looking forward to launching this for you. So the development website is coming along and hopefully will be out in a week or so. We have now confirmed the design style of the primary MAIDSAFE website. That's the user front website, main MAIDSAFE.net website, I believe. With the website agency, and are very excited about the new look and feel. We'll be finalizing the design of each page of the new website in the coming weeks before development can begin. Share more news as we move to launch of the website. We are making steady progress with both the Safe Academy plans and CEP video projects. We will keep you up to date as we complete these projects. We hope to have the proof of resource scripts finalized this week. It's a video script, as well as making alterations to the animations for the SafeCoin animation. We are excited to have these videos to show you all very soon. That'll be great. Hope to have some new media to spread around and share on social media platforms. DevCon update. That's a developer conference. We're all busy working to make the SAFE DevCon 2018, our first European DevCon, a huge success. It's shaping up to be a fantastic event, and we're looking forward to welcoming some community members from across the globe, as well as through the live stream from Product Forge. So I'm not going to go into any more details of that. Link to this week's update will be in the show notes. Have a look at what's going on at MAIDSAFE. So, as I said, it was a short show. Didn't have a big news cycle this week. Markets are steady. Can't ask for... Well, you can't ask for better than that. I can't say that, but you can't. I'm happy it's not worse than that. We'll put it that way.
Yes, that's a good option.
So that's all we have for today, folks. I'd like to thank both our viewers and my co-hosts for joining me today. We hope you found this episode informative and helpful. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share a video, and smash the bell button. Tune in next week for another interesting episode.
Catch you later, everyone.